I'm gonna take a 3-piece with the boss sauce
Picture this.
and some macaroni and cheese.
You just ruined the fucking punchline.
I'm sorry.
Are you drinking paint today, Sam?
I'm drinking paint today.
That's the point.
That's the point, and that's what makes me so fucking mad about this goddamn movie. It's the point.
How do you hate this movie?
I don't think about him in this movie. He doesn't exist, that fuck. That fucking fuck.
I am still here for it.
Your co-host, Mr. Workman, will not be joining us this week, for I have destroyed him for all time.
That's terrible. Can we call it the Foreskin 20 episode?
I'm fucking done.
3 for 3. Now that's really cool.
Welcome, one and all, to the latest edition of 3 for 3. This, my friends, this is going to be an all-timer this week. This is going to be a very, very special episode because, well, first of all, we all know 3 of the people here. I am your host this week, Jackson Workman. I am joined not just by my 2 regular co-hosts, Mr. Samuel Holler and Mr. Matthew Patterson, but this week we are joined by a very, very special guest, our dear good friend, Mr. Andrew Walters. How are you doing today, Mr. Walters?
I am doing fantastic. I am very happy to be here. I'm happy to see you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. This is a long time coming. We tried to get you on in season 2, and finally, I'm so glad we could work it out for season 3. We're going to get so much insight, so much just goodness in this episode. I can feel it.
We got to shout him out, though. You did just graduate from UF.
Yes.
And with a BA, aka a big ass.
That's right.
Yeah, the biggest one I've ever seen.
This is an educated man right here.
And you guys have seen it a lot. And it's only gotten bigger.
I do want to say real quick, Andrew, this is a side note that really isn't aimed towards you, but you are the catalyst. Fuck all 3 of y'all for being like actors, because sometimes when I listen to the show, I can barely hear myself, and it's because I mumble, and y'all project like motherfuckers, and I was like, God damn it, I could hear every single word you're saying clearly, and I don't need to ask what you're...
Sam, you're being too hard on yourself. If you go back and listen to the original podcast, Watching for the Weekend, you literally, only dogs can hear you in that show. Like, you can't, like, at least we can hear you. The frequency that you're at in that version of the show, like... So you have come a long way since then, my friend.
All right, I'll take it.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
That's why I'm sitting closer this episode. Because usually, Andrew, I'm like all the way back here, and I'm talking at a room tone. But no, I am.
After Ricky is like, speak louder. Speak louder.
I was trying to figure out why, Matt, you have the best audio out of the 3 of us, and then he's like, Sam, you're so fucking quiet, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I just got flashbacks to having to tell you every single episode of that old show that we did to talk louder.
I remember even seeing you like visually like.
But yes, and hey, go back and watch that Materialist episode, ladies and gentlemen. You can hear him loud and clear in that one. But yes, in all the best ways. But yes, we have 3 very, very interesting films this week to choose from. I feel like because of the connection that it has to our special guest, we should maybe start with the one that he was involved with, and then go from there.
All right.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen of all ages, we've all lived a bit of an odd life, I would say. But none like the odd life of Timothy Green. Mr. Patterson's pick this week, which...
Timothy Green.
Yeah, there you go. Smoking them leaves.
That would have solved all his problems, man. Smoking them leaves, rolling it up.
Hey, if that were my boy on those pieces of paper, I would have put fat buds out the calves and huge cock. I'm just
I can
saying.
think of no better way to start this one. Set the scene for us, Mr. Patterson.
All right, all right, all right. So as we say on the podcast, Andrew, you're about to find out. We say, picture this. Picture this. All right. You're Jennifer Garner. You're Joel Edgerton. You're in this sleepy little town of Stanleyville. You know, got a life. You got a really nice house and all that. And you quite literally are pencil pushers, both in different aspects, but you legitimately are pencil pushers. And all you really want is to have a kid. And it's very evident that they don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll open this up real quick. Do they explain which one of them couldn't have the kid?
I think it's her.
Yeah, she's infertile, right?
I don't think they specified.
That's what I thought. I thought it was like literally you didn't know, and it's like this: is his balls not working? Is her vagina not working?
You can't shoot for shit, and your womb is inhospitable as the moon. That's just how it is.
Yeah. You can't. You can't.
Your aim sucks, and you're barren as shit. That's
You
what.
can't shoot blanks at no target.
I'm just yeah.
That's where we're at in this.
That's why the Powell and Pressburger were gay.
What are you talking about, Alec Baldwin?
I mean,
Anyways, we're getting to the point of the movie, which is they can't have a kid. We're not sure which one it is, but they love each other and they're very, they really want them. And so Joel Edgerton, in an effort to be nice and like literally try to put it to bed, it's like, hey, let's just have a kid for one night. Let's pretend we have a kid and write down all the things we want in the kid. So they do that and they put it in a box and they bury it in the garden and they're in the middle of a drought. And of course, that night they get rain.
So much
And-
rain.
So much rain. And then this kid comes out of the fucking, literally comes out of the thing, undead zombie boy. And he's pretty, I don't know how he's so sentient, but he's super sentient.
He is Groot.
The cops, they show up because obviously they think there's an intruder or like they lost some kid. Now, and the cops, they don't give a fuck about the intruder or the kid. They're just mad they watered their lawn because the rain disappeared. And they're like, it only rained in your fucking thing. Well, fuck you, cops. Get out of here. Go, shoo, vamoose. And they do. But they're like, if you give up your fucking, if you give up your sprinkler, turn over the sprinkler. Suck my dick. Sorry.
that's like privilege talk.
Name one black person in this movie.
Common.
Comment.
That's not saying a lot. Anyways. So yeah, so they get this kid. They're like, all right, we get to be parents now. Awesome. Like literally, there's no explanation. They don't say God, but basically God gave them this kid. They blessed them with this child who does have leaves out of his legs, which is weird, but they try to give him a normal life. They try to be good parents, and that is the whole movie and in the various ways. And you see how the kid really does enlighten them with the whole leaf pen, which is like kind of weird, but also, hey, I thought it was cool. It's supposed to be an uplifting, emotional movie. That's really what it is. Kid's a fucking dumbass and can't score the right goal. And you know what? He likes mean-ass girls, apparently. But she's also got an issue, and they create art together, and that's beautiful. And he makes... It's M.M. at Walsh, right? Or, yeah. He makes him fucking laugh. Like, that scene before he dies. He literally just brings joy into people's lives for a very short period of time. And then, as all good things, doesn't last long. His leaves start falling off, and they disappear. And he has to himself go back to the ether of, I didn't fucking exist, clearly. But I think that for the fable that it is, the fairy tale that it is, it did good. It done good. It pulled at my heartstrings. I watched it on the airplane, so I was very just focused on it. And I tried not to be like super, because I as Andrew knows, I shit on this movie a lot. And I had never seen it. And then I'd seen it once and I went, it's all right, whatever the fuck. And then this time seeing it, I was like, it did what it needed to do. Peter Hedges did his job, especially because he wrote it. I was like, it's hard to argue with it because it's like literally a fantasy movie. And I had fun. I thought the kid was good. I thought everyone else the whole, especially the scene at the soccer game where the parents start being a little egotistical about their kid and like kind of go off on everyone. And then he scores the wrong goal and all that. And they even admit they were being monsters. I was like, okay. I don't know. For me, I was like, okay. I can appreciate it for what it is. I didn't hate it. I thought for families especially, I was like, this is a good movie. And I didn't hate, again, is there issues? Yes. Does everyone just really accept him really fast? Fuck yes. They don't really explain that he's adopted at all.
Hey, they said not to ask questions, okay?
Yeah. Don't ask questions.
Because when I show up with a
They want
10-year-old
to-
child in my home all of a sudden that I didn't tell anybody about and just popped out of thin air, and I say, don't ask any questions about it, it doesn't come off as suspicious at all.
But you know what? It's a fantasy movie, and guess what? Timothy Green.
I say they don't have Amber Alerts in the state of Florida, so.
I was gonna say. Did you make the PB&J? But I also heard you invented the BLT.
I'm a big fan of your work.
I'm a big fan of your work. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna turn it over for a second. So we do have a special guest, Mr. Andrew Walters, who very notoriously, throughout all of us knowing him, was an extra in this movie.
Indeed.
Not only did Andrew make his feature film debut in the same film as Lin-Manuel Miranda, but he also was in the same feature that was James Reborn's last feature. And so
Welcome.
they got a lot of special connections, RIP. And now, Andrew, from your childhood experience, what do you got?
From my
Throw it at.
So from my 12 or 13-year-old experience, and this is going back decades now. Dude, honestly, I don't remember much, right? I remember getting the call because my lovely mother was also somewhat sort of kind of my manager at the time. And
Miss Walters was pulling
Fierce. Yeah, I was gonna say fierce. Coming in hard.
You in?
and she told me, she was like, "Hey, do you want to be in a Disney movie?" And little 13-year-old me was playing Battlefront 2 and was like, "Okay, first of all, shut the fuck up. All right, let me control this fucking. I gotta watch those wrist rockets. Okay. Number 2, absolutely. So I don't know. Like, filming day comes, and it was the scene in which they're dropping him off for the first day of school, right? And the have a day, have the day that you have. And I was just one of those kids running in school. Don't know why we were so excited to be running into school. Couldn't tell you. But it was cool. It was I remember it was like the first, like, it was the only biggest production that I've been in. And I mean, there
Kind
was
of a fuck you to that, but okay.
Do what?
Are you saying that High Stakes wasn't a big production, sir?
It wasn't a big production.
Whoa! Hey,
Hey, we had
really
makeup, we had actors, we had lighting.
We had 2 fucking actors who had to carry your ass all the way to the goddamn garage and almost got hernias. Who worked hard, goddammit.
You calling me fat?
They put in work.
I'm calling me and Max weak, if anything.
Second biggest production. You're right. And dude, all I remember was wanting to meet Jennifer Garner. That's it. Literally, I don't even remember why.
Did you though?
Oh hell yeah, I met her.
I can think of a few reasons why.
Absolutely. I got 4.
I mean,
And
the
they
5th
ain't
one he did.
any kind of cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
She's Andrew's peppermint. Okay, you gotta put some respect on his peppermint.
There you go.
And dude, yeah, I got to meet her, and I literally remember she was, dude, honestly, I was probably the 500th kid that came up to her that day. And dude, Joel Edgerton was right next to her. Didn't give a fuck. Like, can you give us a moment? Hey, get the fuck out of here. Can you give us, dude?
You're cock blocking me, bro. Get out of here.
Literally, I was like, this is my chance. I was like, this is my one chance. And no, and then learning that he was fucking Uncle Owen. Knowing now, I would be like, hey, Jennifer, give us a fucking moment, okay? Can you come on? This is Uncle Owen we're talking about, okay?
Give me that blue milk.
Give me that blue fucking milk, baby. And she was super nice. She was super great. Again, probably the 500th kid that went up to her that day. And but yeah, she was super nice, gave me a hug, and I've been riding that high ever since. It's been downhill. It's all been downhill.
It can only go downhill after that.
Now I'm assuming you saw Timothy too, though.
I did. I mean,
Did you push him over and call him a freak?
Yeah, literally, that's what I needed to know.
well, that's behind the scenes. That was off camera. Actually.
Okay.
That was
Oh, you did that without the leaves.
yeah. No, I did that like yeah.
Okay.
That was all improvisational.
Mm.
Yeah, no.
You were getting into character.
I was no. That was just like me like really taking like lead.
Was he your art project, Andrew?
Yeah, absolutely. It was my art project. And I was like, I know exactly how I'm going to get the director's attention. But yeah, I mean,
Besides being a little boy.
it wasn't much. I think I was there for probably 4 hours. And then, I went back home and I was like, all right, I'm hopping back on Battlefront 2. I gotta watch those fucking wrist rockets. You know what I'm saying? So, I wish I had more to tell. I wish I could remember more.
That was great. Did you have any Common experience? Did you talk to Common?
I did not meet Common.
Was he in the same room though?
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there on shooting day.
Damn.
And I wish. But I remember Kiani and I would make so many fucking jokes because that was like prime time, like Kiani, right?
Mm.
And that's how I first learned who Common even was and started listening to Common like as like an actual rapper, and like his like album B, you know what I mean? And Kiani was like, dude, you were in a movie with Common. And I just started to run with it and I was like, yeah, dude, I know. I'm a fuck yeah. Like, yeah. You ain't got to tell me, dude. Yeah, I know who that is. That's common sense,
I will say this before I open it up to you guys. I think Timothy Green could have been a little more assertive, but young Jit didn't have enough malice in his heart yet.
All right. Damn, my drink's empty. I would drink to that, but
Oh man.
Real quick before, because we have 10 minutes left in this one, I think I can get it in real quick if you don't mind me jumping in, Jackson.
Go ahead.
The opening music to this movie is a fucking bop. It's so cheerful, makes you so happy, and then the second the goddamn movie starts, it looks so fucking bleak. And I just want to stress to those out there that Timothy Green is a serial heartbreaker and a serial killer through and through. He has destroyed people's lives while uplifting it. He gets you all hopeful and then he'll fucking strike you down. He killed M. Emmett Walsh.
He did. He's a murderer.
Killed Ron Livingston because after he all got fucking publicly defaced, he probably went home and killed himself. He fucking killed James Reborn. I can't say his name.
Actually,
Rebhorn.
You're welcome.
Yeah, heard.
Murder case right here on the podcast.
He killed the fucking goddamn motherfucking like Joel Edgerton's dad, which I'm trying to remember the actor's name. That won't happen either. Thank you, David Morse. Set the precedent. He fucking showed his son that that's how a papa acts. And Timothy came in and knocked that tower down too.
Do what my dad did though. He said, "I fuck that guy," and then he started doing what his dad did a little bit, and then he felt like a piece of shit for it. And
he also
her sister
killed Common because after that fucking game, Common probably lost his job and then probably killed himself.
There was the last scene where he had the fucking clout or the
fuck.
lead. He was at his.
He did get the lead.
Fine.
Damn.
Sorry.
Sam, I agree with you on all the others, but not that one. But you are correct for all the others.
You would almost wish.
Also, what's her face? Diane Wheat also probably killed herself.
Fucking
Undoubtedly.
After the hair,
she was blind for the rest of her life. She took off her glasses because of that, and then never wore them again.
Also, Jennifer Garner saying "by the hair on my chinny chin chin" the only thing
that shit killed me.
That's the only. Everything else she probably agreed with.
Can I just say my favorite line in the movie probably is if this boy can have leaves on his legs, then we can make a pencil out of leaves. Let's get to work. Bro, I do not know what the fuck that sentence means, but she said it.
You gotta believe, Jackson. You gotta believe.
You just gotta believe. And
that's
I believe that sentence doesn't make any fucking sense, is what I believe.
Is in believe. Jackson. Leave
Say
is in
what?
believe. Leave. Leave. It's believe. Leave.
I believe that that's a dumb line.
To my
They
point,
were
though.
They were cooking with fire.
What I'm hearing,
That was actually a dumb line.
what I'm hearing is that Timothy Green is just a metaphor for heroin.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It kills everyone it comes into contact with. You're
They're
right.
so addicted to.
Yeah, they're all addicted to him. He brings happiness to everyone's
They
lives.
soak in the sun, and then they roll over and die.
As soon as yeah.
That's right.
You're onto something with that.
You are onto something.
I mean, that's all I'm hearing.
You're just high as shit. Just
And what do you put heroin in? A box.
Andrew, I think you cracked this movie.
You cracked this movie. It is literally. Timothy
What is
Green.
heroin? A plant. Much like Timothy.
Okay.
There are deeper levels to this movie. You're making me see it.
These are about heroin growers.
Listen,
Do you
Learn
think
how to
they
grow
They grow it in their yard. Oh my god.
You just learn, and she's been gardening the whole time. And you got to make money if you don't got a job.
That's how they can take care of their
Wow.
future adopted child through their fucking money empire through the opium.
exactly. It's basically Breaking Bad before Breaking Bad. If you really think about it.
But instead, it's like the kid that's Walt.
Yeah. Yeah. He is the product.
I do hope they made a leaf pun to Peter Hedges on set, but
Well, because you got to trim the hedges,
exactly. That's.
Someone had to have said it.
and then they got fired.
It was me.
But to my point,
And then they got fired. That's why you're only in the one scene. They're like, we're going to use you in the other ones, but
yeah.
you push that kid down.
They're like, stop talking about Battlefront 2.
you're like going in with a lightsaber, like Kiani Mundi, and they're like, fuck off. And you're just like, sorry. Sorry. My bad.
That's it.
Oh man. Good God.
I like the
Jackson,
movie.
I'll let you destroy this movie. I'll let you take it down tick for tick and just fucking wreck it. The plane is gonna hit the second odd life of Timothy Green right now.
And best
Oh,
believe
boy.
jet fuel will melt leaves.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. This jet fuel's about to melt a few things. But yes, so this movie is dumb as shit, but I will say this. This movie is dumb as shit. Sorry, Andrew, but
I don't think
You see the shadow of him hanging himself like the Munchkin.
Timothy Green claims another victim.
I can't even listen to this. I can't even listen to this.
I don't blame you. But yeah, so look, I will give you this. The thing about Peter Hedges is whether his movies work or don't work, and I've seen almost all his films. And some of the, like Pieces of April, which we talked about on the show, was a movie I did enjoy, but not all of it worked. So whether it works or doesn't work, or it's somewhere in between, the thing I can say about all his movies is it does come from a sincere place, and it does come from a genuine place. And I think this one, that applies to this one as well. I think that, like, what this movie is trying to say is sincere, and what it's trying to say is admirable. The writing is just so goddamn stupid, and, you know, the parents are absolute fucking dumbasses and don't learn any goddamn lessons, and it's just kind of insane. And I was watching it this time, like, wanting to give it more credit, because I was like, okay, does the movie know what bad parents they are, or does it not know? And then, because I was kind of starting to think maybe it knows what awful parents they are. But then there's that line at the end where Timothy says, "You're ready. You were always ready." I'm like, suck a dick. No, they weren't. They're the worst parents in the world. Like, every single decision they make is fucking horrible. They're selfish, fucking idiotic bastards.
Mistakes the second time, Jackson.
Say what?
They're not going to make the same mistakes the second time.
That's why
No, they're going to make different mistakes.
Different mistakes.
They're going to make different mistakes. One could say that the whole point of making mistakes is that you don't make more mistakes in the future. You learn from your mistakes, but they're going to keep fucking up and making more mistakes because they're idiots.
It's so bad, Jackson. I'm curious. Like, I guarantee you have an answer for this. I'm just wanting. What did they do that was so bad?
Okay, we only have a minute and a half left, and you want me to answer that question right now?
I don't see the timing. So yeah, you can. I will literally tee you up for that one and the next one.
Oh yeah, no, I'm very ready. They almost every action they take is
The
completely
gavel
wrong.
will fucking fall.
So if I'm not mistaken, Jackson,
One night with him.
tell us how they were such bad fucking parents in Timothy Green.
Oh, where do I even start about how fucking terrible they were as parents in this movie? So
Counterpoint you, so just like when you like, I'll let you do your point, but then let me just try. If I can, I'm going to try to devil's advocate.
okay, the thing that pisses me off the most about just the plot and just the parents' actions in general is the completely illogical hatred that they have for the girl that he likes. It makes absolutely no sense. It is not explained what they have against her. She is a nice girl who cares about him, who hangs out with him, who makes him feel special, isn't trying to make him feel shitty for having leaves on his legs like they are, is actually bonding with him, is building a fortress in the woods and all this. And literally, they do not take a second to explain why they're just trying to stop him from seeing her for no goddamn reason, first of all.
Also, I have a rebuttal to your rebuttal, Matt, in support of Jackson.
Let's see. Can you blame the parents for making sure that his son is not seeing a semen demon?
Yes.
That's my thing. They take him to a child predator. They literally take them to Lin-Manuel Miranda, who touches his most private part that is hidden under clothes. They do some questionable ass fucking things.
That wasn't his dick, though.
It may as well have been, Matt.
Are you talking about circumcision again?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are,
Did they
sir.
try to circumcise him with those leaves?
Yes, and it didn't work.
And it didn't work. And it only took 3 months instead of 3 days for him to die.
The
No,
ultimate.
I didn't think about that. The 3, low key, kid is Jesus.
The kid is Jesus.
I'm telling you, there's deeper levels to this shit.
And they are Mary and oh my God, think about this. They could be like Mary and whatever
Joseph.
the guy was.
Joseph. Mr. Cat.
Mary and Joseph.
And what did
And
Joseph?
he came out of nowhere like Jesus came out of nowhere.
And what did Joseph do as a job? He was a carpenter who worked with wood.
Pencils are made of wood.
Whoa, this movie does have deeper levels.
We're having our chair company moment.
We absolutely are. That's my first and my biggest gripe. Is they just like honestly to me, like in any other movie, it would be about Timothy and the girl, and the parents would be the antagonists. But for whatever reason, they decided to make them the protagonists of this
But
movie.
they did like her also. Eventually, they came around to her. By the way, they did.
It took them a long goddamn time.
Very unreliable narrators.
I would say it's a. I felt their questioning was comfortably like I'm not sure what she's doing. Like what
It
is
was
going on?
completely unfounded. He liked her. They had no reason to
They literally just
distrust
came
her.
like a week ago.
They had no reason to distrust her whatsoever. She did not give them any bad vibes.
From, like,
As a matter of fact, if anything, her parents should have been wary of him because he kicked her in the goddamn head. And I'm just like, why the hell do you want him to stay?
Save them from drowning, and then they still didn't trust her ass.
Yeah, she saved him from drowning.
She was not saving him from drowning. She grabbed his socks. Why was she grabbing his socks?
Because his feet were first. She just grabbed his legs and pulled him.
No, she literally pulled I would replay this like a football game in circle where she literally just.
Yeah, replay the part of him kicking her in the goddamn head like an asshole.
Because his parents were really upset. Like they were like, literally, don't show anybody your legs. And
Yeah, which is dumb. They're awful people. Don't show anyone your legs, Timothy, because we don't want you to not be seen as a normal, perfect little boy. They're
your legs to swim.
Because they promote Christianity, okay?
They promote not showing your fucking legs or anything that makes you different. They're trying so hard. That's my second point. They're trying so hard, like, to make him a traditional, normal kid rather than letting him be different, letting him have leaves on his legs, letting him do all that shit because they're fucking monsters who want him to just conform. That's point number 2. Point number 3.
They said they didn't want him to be perfect. They wanted his childhood to be perfect.
Okay, but that doesn't match their actions, though. Because, again, and also,
that's literally the whole movie is them trying their best.
They're two-faced bastards because not only are they two-faced in that sense, but they're also two-faced in the sense that literally Joel Edgerton says after he gets beat up at school, I thought it was time for him to fight his own battles. Not 5 minutes later, he's saying, just run the other way from her, Timothy. I'm just like, well, what the fuck do you want him to do? Fight his own battles or run away at the first sign of trouble?
No,
They're a
because
bunch
he
of
knew that
two-faced
he
fucks.
thought that she would end up finding out, so he was trying to be like, don't talk to her. He would.
It's not the leaves are not a big deal. They're assholes.
They were trying. They were just being like, he's too young. They literally.
The only reason, first of all, they make him get in front. They make him play soccer. Don't even ask him if that's what he wants to do. First of all, but second of all,
did that, they made me play
the
all the
only
sports.
reason they're forcing him to play soccer is because they want to impress their shitty fucking family members.
His childhood trauma with his dad.
That is the most despicable scene in the goddamn movie to me. The scene where they're literally just like, oh yeah, I could have been like that if you had given me attention. It's not about Timothy, it's about me. Like, and her showing off to her sister.
Where they kind of realized that, though. So that's what I thought the point was. They had the moment where they became the people they didn't like, and then they said, oh man, we screwed up.
And that was when I was trying to be like, okay, does the movie know what shitty parents they are? By the way, he also cheers when the one kid gets hurt and taken out of the game.
I cheers too.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I was like, literally, yeah, you don't say that out loud, but like, if I was a dad and I saw that happen, I'd be like, Timmy's going in.
He's a piece of garbage for that. And then just.
I mean, the kid wasn't. When he saw he was like safe, he was like, "Hey!"
He could not have been more. I don't think he gave a shit at all whether the kid was okay or not. But
how hurt
like at all. But so there's all that, and then there's the fact that again, minor like fucking she gets herself fired from her job for telling off her boss, even though she knows, even though she knows that Joel Edgerton, the factory is about to close down and he's about to be without a job. So basically she's like, yeah, I'm going to leave both of us financially stranded and unable to support our son because she's a fucking idiot.
Asked for it, though.
She asked, but you still don't go that far.
You don't do that. You don't fucking financially strand your family.
We're talking about a fan. They literally explained earlier in the movie that they put honest to a fault. And they said, that's you when like he was talking to her. And literally that was But
she didn't have to stand there and say, by the hair of my chinny chin chin. That was what got her fired.
I
agree with you. That's, in my opinion, that's what got her fired.
Timothy saying that painting meant nothing to him was a hard fucking line.
That was a hard line. Timothy is a stone cold
motherfucker. He actually could draw.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that right now. Timothy Green is a stone cold killer.
He melted her heart. I will give her, like, that's what I liked about the movie, because I swear to God, the scene before, like, that happened, I was thinking, I want somebody to come up behind Diane Weiss, like Cat in the Hat with a bat, and just knock her fucking out.
Diane Weiss could be my French girl, but only dressed as Philip Seymour Hoffman in Synecdoche, New York.
But I feel like people who deserve... Jesus Christ. He is, though.
Oh, that's going to go down as one of your best lines of the season, I feel like. Jesus Christ.
I feel like by the end of the movie, everyone who deserves their little goodness.
And I haven't even. I'm just talking about how shitty the fucking parents are and how dumb they are and just how incredibly moronic every action that they take.
I hear a lot of parents feel dumb too when they're raising their kids. I gotta give them that.
But see, here's the thing, okay? There's a difference between like well-intentioned but dumb and just dumb. They're just fucking
well-intentioned to me.
I don't think they're well-intentioned. I don't think they learn anything by the end of the goddamn movie. Like, what do they learn other than just like we were fucking idiots? They literally say, we are not going to learn from our mistakes. We're going to keep making more fucking mistakes. That inherently means they did not fucking learn anything.
That's what humanity is about.
I think it was about parenthood, and like literally, I'm not gonna lie. I think if a lot of parents probably were like, yeah.
No, I think a lot of parents watch the movie and say to themselves, God damn, wow, I'm a better parent than I think I am watching these two fucking morons.
Maybe they did.
Honestly,
I'll give you on that
so
one.
that's just them. Okay, that's just all of their stupid. I'm not even going to talk about how half-assed David Morse's turnaround is at the end. There's no justification for having a turnaround.
Get through me if you want to get through Timothy.
It literally is completely out of nowhere.
Right. Granted, it's like, hey, this isn't going to make up for the rest of your shittiness, but at least he's like, maybe he came around because Timmy melted his heart.
I love a good.
There was no scene where that was the last scene they had together before that was him kicking the goal for the wrong team. Like, if anything, that's going to make him hate him even more. But
It was a good. Even Coach Cal said that was his best kick.
yeah.
Sorry.
But who am I to argue with Coach? Who am I to argue with Coach Cal?
Yeah, literally.
But
Coach Cal
anyway,
agrees with you, Jackson.
say what?
Coach Cal agrees with you. He wanted to keep Timmy on the bench. He was like, "Fuck this kid."
Well, you know,
he literally looked at the parents and he said, "You're not going to be over involved, are you?" And they're like, "No," which was a lie. And he's like, "Good."
yeah.
So he agrees with you, I think.
Other dumb shit, like the cringiest scene in the movie, without question, is the scene at the recital, and the fact that like not only is that scene just cringy
Lowrider is
as
a little
shit-
higher. Okay.
Say what?
Lowrider is a little higher, just so you know.
Well,
That was
here's
so fucked up on her sister's part to do that, though.
the sister was
Oh,
a complete bitch. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But she's at least meant to be hateable, though.
They at least
But-
had fun. I gave him that. They had fun.
But the fact
They were
that
offbeat, though, by the way.
here's why that's one of the funniest scenes in the movie to me. Here's why that's one of the funniest scenes in the movie. The fact that they had to play the actual song over the scene because they knew that
Still didn't line up.
playing it the way they were playing
still
it at
didn't
the
line up.
recital was so goddamn terrible and cringy that they had to put the actual song over it to make it sound good. They got to the editing room
on that, but also I feel like they had to do it because, like, if you're, the kids would just be like, "What fucking song are they playing?" when you play it over.
It's hilarious because I just know that they clearly meant for it to be just them doing it like off the cuff, but then they got to the editing room and were like, "This sounds stupid as shit. We need to put the actual song over this, or they're going to seem fucking crazy."
I don't know.
This scene is not going to play at all.
I disagree with what you're saying completely, but also I didn't hate it. I was like, "Well, you got to do it."
Well, and see, here's the thing.
That's why the whole time I was like, "Okay, this is literally." I had to back myself up because, like, Andrew knows I was shitting on this movie a lot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I liked it as much as I did. I would if this was like middle school me. I'd be agreeing with everything you said.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just have to like say.
So
that.
here's what I'll say. I'll touch on your point there. Despite everything that I've said, and despite the movie being stupid for all the reasons that I just said, I completely understand. Like, I do think that it comes from a sincere place. I admire what Peter Hedges is trying to do. The story, it's a good idea for a story. The problem is he's never been the best dialogue writer, because that was also my biggest gripe with Pieces of April was like, I enjoyed that movie, but there were a lot of scenes in that movie too that were just really cliched. The writing just didn't work for me, but the dialogue in that movie was minimal, so it wasn't as much of a problem. And that's why I'm so proud of him on Ben is Back. I think he finally got it. Like, he finally matured as a writer enough. That movie is genuinely fantastic. Like, and all of his movies, all three of his movies that I've seen are covering like family related issues and dynamics and just examining the relationships between like parents and their kids. And Pieces of April did it well enough despite some of the cringy writing in that. This one just kind of didn't work whatsoever. Great ideas, very bad execution. And then Ben is Back is when he finally like nailed it, and I'm just like, man, good for you for finally like maturing enough as a writer to like get to that point. But
this is a hoot situation, I'd say.
Yeah, where it's like, it's not the best, but if someone were to come to me and say, I really enjoyed this movie, I totally get it. It's an earnest.
It was like, I was like, granted, I'm not saying this is a great movie. It's not like this is a perfect film at all. But I'm like, I enjoyed it
I totally get that. And look, I'll even go further. I didn't have a bad time watching it, like both, because we've had to watch this twice now, and both times I enjoyed myself thoroughly. I'll say that. I had a lot of fun just sitting here making fun of it and just, pointing out the dumb shit. And look, it does have a sweetness to it. I'll give it credit for that, And I'm just like, okay, it's well directed. It's very well shot. That was something I noticed this time. Very well shot. The music is very good. The actors are all really good. The kid is really good. Jennifer Garner, Joel Edgerton, everybody except, Common is never good. He has never been good in anything, and he never will be good in anything in his life.
The extras were great.
But there was one extra in particular during the school scene who I thought was just, that kid deserves to be a superstar.
Yeah, he was dressed as Kiadamundi. Look out for him.
He looked like he was trying to fire off some wrist rockets.
Had the cone head and everything on.
Literally, imagine Andrew dressed as Keanu Moody and then fucking Timothy Green being like, "You're a fucking freak."
Timothy Green is a bigot. You've heard it here
That's right. That's right. That's why he got beat up. We didn't see the whole fight, by the way, why he got beat up by those kids. You don't know what he was saying to him.
He said God was real.
I will say this as well, really quick.
He's got a mouth on him.
Genius casting Ron Livingston as the evil boss.
I agree with you on that, Jackson.
I just think that was genius. Like as a big fan of Office Space, that was a genius casting choice. And then
Ron Livingston was a huge cunt, though.
He was.
Exactly.
And that's why I love that he cast him in that role, because now he's the evil boss. And I'm just like,
really well, bothering me.
He's got that face. He's just kind of got that like face.
When he does that shot where
Look
he
at this
takes
schmuck.
the fucking cup and it just says "boss" in huge letters.
really subtle.
Yeah, well, that's what I liked about it, was because I was like, this guy's such a prick that he would have that on his fucking desk.
Man, I wanted to punch him in the throat when he was like, "Yeah, and you're gonna be the one to tell everyone that they're laid off." So,
Timothy Green is a fucking murderer. I just
Ron
want to stress
Livingston
that
had
yet
two
again.
Green is a murderer.
He definitely murdered M. Emmett Walsh. I mean, we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Wait, guys, we have to come to one agreement on this movie. Ron Livingston has SPD. I'm waiting for the tech. Gotta ask.
SPD? What does that mean?
Small dick problems.
Small dick problems.
Yeah.
Small penis.
I can see it.
SDP.
SDP.
I can see it.
Small dick problems.
Yeah.
I definitely can see it.
Definitely post on the subreddit. Small dick problems.
Small Ron Livingston, an odd life of
Just a
Timothy.
picture of him from this movie.
His next post is, "I'm not sure if I want to be alive right now." It's because of Timothy Green.
We bring forth.
Damn. But yeah, so I definitely again I did not have a bad time watching this. It's not a good movie at all, but it's dumb, but it's enjoyable. You know, it's like and again, I appreciate what it's trying to do. I appreciate the technical aspects of it, and hey, I appreciate the fact that Peter Hedges clearly has a fucking pencil fetish. Like, god damn, does he have a fucking pencil fetish?
So many. I never knew how pencils were made. I low key was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Putting them together, I was
Stanleyville, the pencil capital of the world. I mean, fuck, he's obsessed.
How many do you think he has up his ass?
You can't tell me. Yeah, I was about to say, you can't tell me he hasn't shoved at least several, like 2 or 3 pencils up his ass.
That's shoved up my ass.
He gets to the D in Tika Granda or whatever the fuck. What is that one?
The what?
The Taika.
Oh, I know what you know. The type of pencil. Number 2. The number 2.
Number 2.
There you go. But any final thoughts on The Odd Life of Timothy Green?
I really enjoyed it. I think last time we watched it, I would have been a lot harsher than I was this time. But this time was the moment where I did realize that Timothy is a fucking serial killer. And so I was like, okay, let's go in. Let's see who he's setting up. All these people start fucking getting involved in his life, and one by one, they all have issues.
Anyone who kills M. Emmett Walsh is not going to be a friend of mine.
Exactly.
I'm just going to say that.
You know what?
No.
The director of Critters 2, we are looking at you.
That's goddamn right.
He is a serial killer. Because, like, literally, I think those leaves were like the touch of death.
Honestly.
There they are.
Like, I
He's
think
like-
if the movie went on 30 minutes longer, everyone gave a leaf to would have
He's
died.
like Benjamin Button, but like on Adderall, because he just fucking speed runs that shit.
Pretty much. But, okay, I guess if we're all wrapped on Timothy Green, we shall move on to our second film. And boys, I just got to tell you, there's a time, there's a place, and in this instance, space is the place. That's where we're going to go to, is outer space, and this is our place to discuss Space is the Place. Mr. Holler's pick. Take it away, good sir.
It's after the end of the world. Don't you know that yet? It's after the end of the world. Don't you know that yet? You see, when you picture this, folks, motherfuckers, we are going back in time. Back in time in the age of Hollywood, where you are able to do whatever the fuck you want and get away with it scot clean. And so, who do we get? Mr. Motherfucking Sun Ra, teaching a class in Berkeley, California, about the dissension within the societal kind of look at black culture and the way jazz music is treated. And what happens? Well, we get a director whose name I have no fucking clue what it is. So
John
we're gonna...
Coney, I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
Even I had a tough time remembering it. Huh?
You say Coney?
Cody 2012?
Coney 2012!
Coney 2012? Is that
Coney 2012!
Coney 2012. Sorry. Jesus
Cody
Christ.
2012.
I can't believe it. He directed this movie. Coney directed this movie. Oh my god.
We have found him, folks.
We have found him at last.
We found him.
On the 3 for 3 podcast, we have found him.
Coney has been...
He's been identified.
Yeah, he's been identified. Now he's going to be eliminated.
Much like the black race in this culture, in this film. And so, Sun Ra leaves Earth and travels the universe to find a home for the African race and to save their culture and to save their like place and their kind of way of being themselves. And so he comes back to Earth after many years, not very many, it's like 5 or 6 since he went missing. But he is there to spread the joy of experimental jazz. And when I say experimental, I mean this is out there.
Dreaming of a better tomorrow or something like that. Music for a better tomorrow.
Music for a better tomorrow. And yes, as one of our later movies says, words are flaccid. And the only way you can communicate in this movie is through fucking music. And so his goal is to transport every black person on Earth to this new planet via his performance, his art. And there are people that do not want that to happen. And it is that battle, it is that ride, it is that fucking groovy shit. And I love it. It is fucking
completely
awesome.
Leaving out the entire B plot with the pimp.
Well, we'll get into the
This is like half the goddamn movie.
We'll get into the chess game and all that kind of shit.
I mean, I was thinking about the hospital scene.
The hospital scene with the bunch. Yes, yes.
Every time we've come close to softcore porn on this podcast, it's a Sam pick. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
The music is different, okay? There's a different vibration to it. And I just gravitate towards softcore pornos. It just
Ain't
is.
No shame in that.
This is like, well, I'm going to say this real quick. The fact this came out the same year as Star Wars means you know they're fucking cooking, though.
Mm-hmm.
This was 74, though.
Wasn't Star Wars 74?
77.
Oh, wow.
Even
So
more
way
than that.
before.
So
They were ahead of the game, goddammit. Sun Ra was ahead of the game.
Ron knew what was up.
Dude.
And he provided the goods. The giant, big-titted spaceship goods that I needed in my life. Okay?
I'm so glad I wasn't the only one who thought that.
Literally, no, so okay. I gotta say this. Andrew, literally, this was like maybe what, an hour ago?
Literally, yeah.
He was in the shower. I threw this on just to throw it on to up myself. And that scene where the spaceship's flying over everything, he turns and the first thing he says is goes, "Are those titties?"
You went
That was the first thing.
First thing.
So yes, nobody's alone in this. Everyone knows it and sees it and is
Those were, in fact, titties.
yes.
Not the only ones we see in this movie, either.
Exactly.
I will say that one little fly off where the tassel just flies off her boob and she's just like, whoop.
I don't know what y'all thought about this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I funny enough was talking to a couple of my friends from school who are in the jazz program, and they love this movie so much. And I was like, fuck yeah.
Matt?
As I was saying, this movie, like literally, I was like, what the fuck? Every scene. The homeless guy where he's got the shoes and they just take his shoes. And then specifically the joke that made me like shit my pants laughing was when the pimp gives him the bottle of liquor for the information, and he's like got the hill to go on, and he starts walking uphill, and he turns around, he's just like, "Fuck that," and just starts walking downhill. I wanted to shit a brick laughing. That was so funny. This movie is just so funny to me. Like, again, the hospital scene got me. Like, what's he gonna do with all that? You know, like, I don't know. I will say I found it hard to follow a little bit at first, and then I finally got into the groove of the movie. And I was like, okay, I get what's going down, but also why is this the funniest thing that I've ever seen? I felt like I was laughing too much. It's like that scene where they had the freaking dome on his head, and it was just and everyone's just like, and they see him playing the piano and shit. I was just like,
oh, and the girls were like,
yeah,
they go into frame.
I was just
dancing.
like, this is hilarious. This is amazing. They were ahead of the game. When they said music for a better tomorrow, I was like, because Andrew even said like that sounds like some like recent shit.
Yeah. I was like, this is like Death Grips.
Yeah, and I was like
100 gex.
And I was like,
this movie has been sampled in numerous songs.
Okay, that makes sense.
I
yeah.
can see it.
And it's
Another
just-
kind of language is another quote that has been sampled in the song.
So it's I had a great time. I was glad you picked it because I was like, I've never heard of this movie before, and I feel like you gotta see. This is like you got it.
It's a staple.
So thank you. So, yeah, and
I had never heard of Sun Ra, and I barely watched the movie, so I'm not gonna interject too much. But I did look up on his IMDb that he has like a whole documentary like about himself that's like just like projects of him doing like poetry and jazz performances and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, like I gotta check this out. Like I gotta see what this Sun Ra guy is about, Seems like a really talented fella.
He was one of the most prolific musicians. Apparently, he made over 1,000 songs. So there is a lot of his work out there to be enjoyed. So yeah, this one was something else. I kind of figured as soon as you told us last week this is what it was, as soon as I looked it up, I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. So I put it on the other night, and man, kind of similar to what you said, Matt. At first, I was like, kind of like, what the fuck is going on? But then about 10 minutes in, maybe, I kind of like locked into the movie's wavelength and was like, okay, I think I see what we're doing here now. Like, there were still parts in the movie where I was like, okay, I'm not entirely sure what's happening, but I'm pretty sure I know what's going on. Like, most of the way through, I was like, that's the thing. Strangely enough, I did look. Was this the greatest movie of all time? No. Was it a bit all over the place? More than a bit. I had a fun enough time with it. I was vibing with it. Once I locked into its wavelength, I was just like, hey, I'm along for the ride. I was not bored. I was not like, waiting for it to be over. It reminded me kind of like of Carell and Cat People, where both of those were like movies I didn't necessarily love, but I was like, they were so fascinating in their bizarreness that I kind of was intrigued by it. And in this case, there were a lot of parts of the movie I really did enjoy. Again, didn't hate it, didn't even dislike it. It was just kind of like, yes, this is very all over the place. Yes, this is very scattershot, very unorganized, which normally is like one of the things I hate the most, which is why on paper, this seems like the kind of thing that would drive me crazy. But I don't know. I really admired, like, it was very experimental. I dug what they were going with. And look, it was made by people who say what?
My second political assassination movie of this season.
You're right.
Which throws me off.
Yeah,
I'm not FBI agent. I am not putting out a message.
You've had two mockumentaries and 2 movies with an assassination. So
yeah,
we're
building to something. We're building to something. Just
yeah.
Sorry, no, scratch that FBI agent.
But
I heard you guys are communists, by the way.
We're
low key.
We're anti-profit.
We just want to be Chinese, okay?
Capitalist, anti
British.
world.
There you
Yeah,
go.
hell yeah, world
We're
anti.
definitely, yeah, no. Andrew, what you have to understand is our message on this podcast is we're trying to piss off everybody in order to create world peace so the world bonds over their shared hatred for us. That's our goal. We've succeeded pretty well so far. We've pissed off a lot of different countries, and the British hate us.
And we even have gotten some hate.
Yeah. Hey.
Because the enemy or the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
If we're everyone's enemy, everyone's friends.
Everyone's
Dude,
friends.
everyone's friends.
The whole thing was Matt's idea, and we've just been running with it.
I was trying to end the Ukraine war. Kind of worked.
Well,
All from Zelensky.
as we find out in our later pick this episode, it started very long ago.
Very true. We do have a connection there. But yeah, just briefly, I'll just say I did have a fun time. I did admire, like, a lot of the production aspects. Matt, to your point, it was goddamn hilarious. Like, for so many parts of it. The fact that twice, it got me both times, when he kicked him out of the goddamn room. The second time in particular fucking killed me, where he's like, man, what the fuck does he need both of them for? It was just fucking killing. Especially when the one girl is trying to kiss him and he's just ignoring her. What the fuck does he need both of them for? It's fucking
And it's funny
hilarious.
because then the nurses are like, "Oh, he wasn't so bad. You can let him back in." He's like, "Yeah, but," and then I think pretty much just says, "Yeah, but," and then just starts kissing them again, and they just go at
Yeah,
it.
it's enjoyable for what it is. I had a fun time with it. Unexpectedly funny. I also really liked the cinematography and the production design. That was the production design and the costume design and all that was actually really on point. All that being said, Sam, I ask you with all due respect, where the fuck do you find this shit? That was what I kept.
Funny enough, which this has very big parallels to Born Losers. I saw it on the IMDb recommendation movies underneath that. And both movies have a female character brutally assaulted to death, so probably is why it was in that
She
recommendation.
technically didn't die. She's alive at the end.
Yeah,
I'm glad
you're right.
somebody brought that up. I was kind of waiting. I was
Hey,
kind of
I have tastes on this podcast.
A recurring
I make
theme on
them
this
know.
podcast for sure.
A transformative movie, a movie that takes you in all sorts of places. Almost Seventh Seal-esque, because they have the card match or whatever game they're playing for the fate of humanity between Sun Ra and the entity that does not want this to succeed and all that kind of stuff. And so he's putting on a concert. I don't think we ever talked about the second half of this movie. He's putting on a concert, and they want to fucking kill his ass. They don't want this music out there. But he also like wants to interview these people to like come and like find the right people. And even funny enough, as the movie points out, just because you're black doesn't mean you are going on this journey to this other planet, because as he says, we're taking this with us, but you are staying, which was one of the lines that killed me. But and the last fucking concert is so cool, and he uses a Moog, which is one of the coolest synthesizers you could ever fucking get down with. And he is just fucking jamming on them keys, causing glass to explode, causing women to scream, causing dudes to fucking get hard. You know, the usual.
That's the best kind of music.
Absolutely.
Sun Ra knows what's up. And I think everyone should know Sun Ra after this point.
I gotta point out as well, I'd never heard of him before this movie, but now that I know who he is, I'm fascinated by him. He seems like a very fascinating figure, and I think that his music is very interesting. It was cool hearing it, and it was, yeah, like I said, there's only so much you can say because the movie is kind of like all over the place, but
Very abstract.
I appreciated the vibe of it. I appreciated that, like, this was clearly made by people who weren't really professional, filmmakers or anything like that. And for what it is, I do think it's a fun time. Again, I was, like, pretty locked in the whole way through, especially with the scenes with, the overseer and, his hose. And
Funny enough, I was between this and Head back when we were at that point in the show, and I chose Head over this, and I regretted it.
Over everything.
But I'm really glad I didn't, because I'm so happy that we're talking about it right now.
it's amazing how much more enjoyable this was than Head.
I really
Unfortunately, some of us know that.
Especially with the mirror, like the mask with the mirror on it. And actually, I think they did a good job of not catching the people in the frickin' reflection, which
Mhm.
okay, they were cooking. Um, can I say this? Did you guys also not question a little bit deep down when you're watching this movie? Maybe cut this, Jackson. Um, they said you got to be black in spirit, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I'm black enough in spirit to be with the tribe.
Questions the movie makes you ask yourself. It's a valid point.
For
Did
real.
you guys not think about that at all?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Just wondering, like, am I cool enough?
None of us would have made it on that ship back to that.
No, fuck no. But yeah, I genuinely think as well, like, the side characters were interesting. Like I said, the cinematography was really good. I liked the costumes. It was just like, it was such a weird little thing, you know? It was kind of like, I don't know, the difference between this and Head to me was like, that movie was just so goddamn pretentious and was actively trying to piss the audience off and just be stupid, whereas this wasn't, you know? So it's inherently just more entertaining, even though it is also very kind of scattershot. And this to me felt like it was, again, once you lock into its wavelength, I'm like, it's just coherent enough to where you can follow it, you can be entertained by it, even if it goes a little here or there at some points. I was locked in.
Movie is good. Sam?
Movie is wonderful. I love
Movie
it.
is pretty damn entertaining, I'll give it that. It, you know,
I think you should
Wild-
definitely check it out.
one of these movies, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's one of those things that I never in my life would have seen or heard of probably if you hadn't picked it for the show. So
Feels
I'm
good
glad
to
you
hear
did.
that 2 weeks in a row.
So I could be exposed to it and just be like, okay, I can say I've seen this now. You know,
I was
It
really
was-
happy with this. I agree.
I'm on my own 99% run, Matt. You can go fuck yourself. I'm succeeding.
I guess we gotta pass the baton each season, by the way.
I'm gonna say, like, I don't think there's a single one this season that has been truly hated on yet.
For me or for you?
For me,
Free Enterprise came pretty close.
that was Matt.
For me,
Oh, just for you.
Yeah, I'm on my own 99% run.
Okay, yeah, I don't think you've had a bad one yet that I
I
can.
think,
that
I
can
think
think
you're on
of.
your 99% run. I'm like close because I've got one doc already.
That's your 1%. You can't fuck up anymore. I can have one fuck up.
You got time to fuck up. You got one.
Yeah,
Everybody gets one.
everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. But yeah, quite a time, quite an adventure. All kinds of sights and sounds and spaces and places that we inhabited in this one. The final discussion on this one is probably going to be about 5 minutes long, but
That's okay.
we'll see how it goes.
Be on the podcast.
And now,
Yeah.
my friends, there's only one thing left to do.
Fuck me.
We got to take a page, and I know I'm inviting all kinds of shit by saying this, but I'm going to say it. We got to take a page out of Michael Jackson's book, and we got to start with The Man in the Mirror.
Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay, Annie?
Ask Agent Cooper.
Where's
Are
Annie?
you okay?
Where's Annie?
To dangle out the window, so.
But
You're the femboy that gets dangled out the window, Andrew.
yes, our last pick of this episode is my pick, Andrei Tarkovsky's Mirror. And for the last time this episode, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do is, of course, picture this.
I shouldn't picture this.
Yes, picture this, comrade. It's 1975 or 4, and you are world-renowned filmmaker Andrei Tarkovsky, and you decide that you're going to make a movie. What is that movie called? Well, it goes through many titles, but you land on Mirror. And once you land on Mirror, well, you got the title. Now it's time to make the movie. And what is that movie about? Fuck if I know, man. Honestly,
Amen to that.
it's just a it's
Amen
just
to
a bunch of goddamn fucking bullshit, is what it is.
Gobbledygook.
Anyway,
Oh my God, thank you. I felt.
I had a feeling we would all be in agreement on this one.
Reaction. He was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I was like, honestly, usually, I was going to say this. I was like, usually his movies are kind of like math. You can kind of put it together when you're sitting there staring at it. But like, these are like imaginary numbers math. Like,
Yeah.
This is 2 + 2 = fish. That's the kind of math we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
Literally.
I just hope.
But no, that's literally it. There's no goddamn plot. It's just a bunch of fucking images and scenes of bullshit happening.
Beautiful. I will say this, beautiful. That's the only that's one of the few comments I'll give it.
But I'll turn it over to you both first. What did you think?
Sam, I said exactly what I need to say.
It was hard to get into this fucking movie. Like, Jesus goddamn Christ. There was a sliver in the middle where she goes to work and she's panicked. She is fucking panicked. I locked in. And I was all about it. And then halfway through I was like, what is she even trying to figure out? I don't fucking know. And then my brain checked right the fuck out again. I do need to shout out, the dude was self-promoting. The dude who was narrating while on the phone with his mom, Andrei Rublev, the poster was on his wall.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was like, let him cook.
Let him cook.
I feel like that was kind of low key, like I was like, okay.
This movie undoubtedly inspired many people. I think Lars von Trier has a lot of shots that echo a lot of what this movie does, especially with that scene where the ceiling's collapsing in slow motion.
Yeah, I would have had a better house than that.
Well, thank God you don't live in Russia. But I think this movie is great. I just don't know when or if I will ever understand it. And that is my issue. And I agree with your placement, because, like, Stalker's number 1, then it's this, and then I've seen Solaris, and so I would say Solaris is 3 for me. So
I might choose a sacrifice at some point. That to me is
I've not seen that. I really want to.
Matt, you must succeed. You must succeed where I'll go ahead, Andrew.
Sorry, no wait. Okay. Total curveball, real quick. I know he made a movie named Stalker. Is that based off the video games or like the books or something? Because there's a video game.
I didn't know there was a video game called
Stalker. That's based on the Chernobyl accidents. And
well then yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
Those were based on books before.
Well, this was not.
Yeah, it was originally a book. Yeah, before they made the movie.
Oh shit!
Okay, no. I meant no. I didn't know the movie that we watched, because there's a movie Stalker and it's really good.
Oh shit!
And we watched that last year, and I didn't know it was based on the book, so that could be the same basis.
I didn't
know they made a game out of it,
because I've been playing Stalker. Oh, they've made like 4 games, and then they recently remade Stalker 2.
Is it about people going into the nuclear zone?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't know that.
No, you're literally called a stalker.
Yeah.
That's
just like in the movie. Okay.
There's like bands, and you meet other stalkers. They go by the campfire. They play guitars and like
campfire.
Are you serious?
It's a long movie, but it's so good.
I didn't know this. Well, thank you for letting us know that. That's fucking nuts. Wow.
The video games are fucking amazing too. Like, they are so fucking fun. Like, they're
good to know. Wow, I gotta look that up when we're done. That sounds fucking badass.
Yeah, dude, they're really fucking good. I'll fucking show you tonight. I got it on my PS5.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's run it up.
It's so.
But I have to say this.
Shout out Stalker.
Matt, if you pick the sacrifice, you must succeed where I have failed. Because you see, my friends, I'm frustrated. Because last year, a little over a year ago, we had a movie on this podcast called Stalker. It was my very first Andrei Tarkovsky film. And it was one of the most beautiful, magnificent, incredible works of art I have ever witnessed in my life. Like, genuinely, it is the only movie in the history of the podcast that made all 3 of our top 10 lists in the 1 year special. It's the only one that was on all of our lists. And it was at the top, if not near the top, of all of our lists. It was incredible. So, I very badly, since then, have wanted to get another Tarkovsky movie on the podcast so we could recreate that wonderful experience. And then, for the 1 year anniversary special, I was originally going to pick Solaris. I watched the movie before two certain people forced me to change it at the last goddamn minute for no
The
fucking
shank or bust, motherfucker. Get out.
which ended up being a good thing, but nevertheless, it made things very complicated for me that week. But yeah, so and ultimately, it was very much for the best because The Shank is the greatest movie ever, and I'm glad we talked about it. And Solaris, I was like, my anticipation couldn't have been higher. It was the follow up to Stalker. I was like, holy shit, let's go. I'm ready for another ride. It was one of the most boring, forgettable goddamn things I've ever seen in my life. I did not fuck with it whatsoever. I forgot it the minute I finished it. I was like, oh my god, I've never been so bored in my life. And so then...
You sound like St. Peter reading my life at the gates of heaven right now.
Damn. Assuming you get into heaven.
But,
Actually, that's where he kicks him out.
You pushed over Timothy Green as a 13-year-old kid. You're going down.
well, I would let Andrew up here, but Kiedi Mundi, on the other hand, he's got to go to hell.
Yeah. You got St. Peter doing, this is heaven, and then just kicks his ass down the fucking...
I love it. But the one thing I will say about Solaris, incredibly well made, as you would expect from Andrei Tarkovsky. Beautifully well shot, just incredible production design, all that good shit, right? And so then I was like, okay, that one bombed. I'm glad we didn't do it. I'm glad we picked The Shank instead. But I want to get another Tarkovsky movie on. Let's pick Mirror. That one, that one will be just like Stalker, or pretty close, even if it's not as good. And then, god damn it, the same thing happened again, where it was the most boring, fucking, confusing-ass movie. And I'm just like, the only reason I put this above Solaris on my ranking list is because this one was shorter. Like, that's pretty much it. And because
I think Andrew helped me a couple times being like, it's only an hour 47. Like, yeah, literally, I was like, it's not that bad.
I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not trying. I know the cinephile community is gonna like fucking come at me with pitchforks and torches for saying this. I almost fell asleep during this goddamn movie. I was so bored. I was like,
Andrew really did. Yeah. Which
say what?
I was like, so we were just sitting here watching it, and he was like, he's like, Matt, I might fall asleep. And I was like, dude, you're fine. I'll wake you up for the podcast. And he literally rolled over and was out for a good 30. Which is fine.
Yeah. But again, just like Solaris, incredibly well shot, great production design, all the good, like, it looks fantastic. It's very well made. But Jesus Christ, it's not even just that the narrative is incoherent, it's boring. Like, there were a couple of scenes, like you said, Sam. The first, 5 to 10 minutes, I was locked in. Up until the fire.
The stalker dude was in the first few minutes of the movie.
Say what?
The stalker dude was
Yes,
in the
he
first
was.
minutes of the movie.
Yes. Shout out to that guy, Anatoly Solonitsyn. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And the professor from Stalker was in this, too, as her boss. But, so everything up until the fire.
Test.
I was locked in, and then I spent the first half of the movie just waiting, it's slow right now, but eventually it's going to build to a point where everything pays off and it's going to be great. And Solaris was the same way, where I was like, okay, we're going to get there, right? And in both cases, that moment never came, and I was just bored out of my goddamn mind the whole movie. So that's really all I got to say about it. I don't really have much else to talk about.
This movie is a little better if you do what Andrew and I did, which is
drink the whole time.
Well, that too, but what you got to do is you got to just ignore the subtitles.
My subtitles were behind the whole fucking time. It really bugged the shit out of me.
And just try to translate Russian into English. It makes no sense at all, but it's still the funny thing you can do is just listen.
Honestly, you'd be able to follow the plot just about as well, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, the trees make the grotto.
The trees make the grotto.
The trees make the grotto. There was
the pizza's on the pants.
The pizza's on the pants.
Literally, that was the funniest shit ever. We were doing that for a good minute.
Poultry.
He called somebody Fanny, I think, or fat. Was it
Fanny
it's not Fanny.
I can't remember
Fanny, but he said something. We were just like.
At a certain point, we were just retranslating back to English, and it's like, oh, this is a comedy movie.
kind of what you have to do to keep yourself entertained.
Words are flaccid.
The words are flaccid. That was a line he said.
Words are flaccid, yep.
The guy, when he's the kid, it's the memory of him as a kid just staring out in the distance. He's thinking of SDP.
Fair.
Words are flaccid. So
Hey, I mean, when they say at face, you don't want to show your SDP, you don't show face.
You don't show face.
You just
Very
post
true.
that out on Reddit.
And you don't know the firing stance. So.
Honestly, you guys may have opened my eyes. I think that if I ever watch this, I kind of low-key want to rewatch this without the subtitles and just treat it like a comedy. That would be fucking just really funny, I feel like.
Works. It's funny how well it works.
I do need to stress, though, onto how gorgeous the scene at the beginning when the dude from Stalker walks away and the wind blows and he turns around and watches it, and there's so much depth in that field from where he's standing, and then he turns around and then the wind blows again and he does it again.
I'm telling you, I was so locked into that part of just those first few minutes, and even later on, the whole movie was so gorgeous. I mean, Tarkovsky, even at his most boring, knows how to make a movie look fucking gorgeous. I mean, this and Solaris both. I was like, the technical prowess here is just next fucking level, no matter how boring the goddamn story is. And I have to say, as well, the acting was great. The lead actress was fantastic. I'll give her props for that. And I know what people are going to say. The whole point of the movie is, oh, it's not supposed to be a coherent narrative. It's just supposed to be like random memories from his fucking life. And it's avant-garde. And I'm pissed off because I hate that I've said this. This is at least the third time in the last few months on this podcast I've said this. Just because something is different, because it's avant-garde, doesn't automatically make it goddamn genius. And I don't think I've ever felt that more than I do for this movie. It's gotten stronger every time. And I'm sorry I keep introducing movies like this, because La Ventura was the last one, where I'm just like, I need to stop picking fucking movies.
And you picked Southland Tales, so
and I picked Southland Tales.
You picked all of them.
Yeah, they were all mine. I was literally sitting here watching this thinking, like, why have I picked so many goddamn movies like this recently? Like, fuck. But
it seemed, from my perspective, you're trying to get yourself out there. It's not working, but you're going to hit a fucking movie, dude. You're going to be like, this is why I've been trying.
I'm trying. Yeah, you're exactly right. I'm trying to hit something, and I just haven't hit it yet.
You guys should look up a movie called The Man in the Horse Mask.
That hits it.
A movie that never did see the light of day, unfortunately.
Yeah,
that's stuck to the wall.
Very avant-garde, very pretentious.
I don't think any of y'all have ever read the feature-length version that I wrote forever ago.
I don't think so.
Which is even wilder. But that will be for another day. But yes.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a good. I appreciate what they're trying to go for. I appreciate the idea of just memories from his life, but you got to present it in a fucking way that hits, in a way that's coherent, in a way that strikes a chord. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Ideas are cheap. Execution is everything. I don't give a shit how good the ideas are or how anyone could just get points for having a good idea in a movie. What makes it good is the way you execute it, and this did not execute it well. In my opinion, this was just very all over the place, very scattershot, very unfocused, very kind of pretentious. I read a phrase about it today that I think is kind of fitting. What was it? Cinephilic elitism. That's kind of just what this is to me, a little bit.
Phrase? I actually haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's kind of what this feels like to me. And I just think people sometimes, if it comes from a respected enough director and it's provocative and different enough, and they'll just praise it no matter what. And especially critics, because the thing, I was watching this thinking, why do critics like this so much? And I'll tell you why. Because the number one phrase you'll never hear come out of a critic's mouth is, I don't know what this means. They're never going to say that. They never want to let on that they don't know what something means, so they're going to act like it's a fucking masterpiece, even though it doesn't make any sense. So, just putting that out there.
Because I was sitting here watching it like, what does this mean? And I was trying to do the math, but I was telling you, I was like, maybe I just need to be like on shrooms again. Literally, I was like,
you probably do.
Might help. Like, that might help.
You will be locked in.
Yeah, this one truly is one where it's like, it's warranted the discussion being so short because there is so little to goddamn talk about. It's just, Matt, it's like you said all you needed to say. We've all pretty much said what we've needed because what is there to say other than very well made, boring as shit,
I watched it.
pretentious.
I had when I was watching it, I was like, I appreciate the images. I don't know what the fuck's going on. He's a genius, of course. I appreciate that he's doing like a whole memory thing. But like, maybe for me, I literally thought like this is just not the place or the time for this movie for me. Maybe in like a couple of years, I'll sit down with it and have a moment. Maybe again, I'm throwing it out there. But when I was watching it, I literally was like, okay. Well, I literally was just okay after that's really nice. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's really nice. Okay.
It was just like, okay, I'm bored. I'm bored. Is this going to get good? Oh, that was a nice shot. I'm bored. I'm bored. Oh, that was a really good shot.
Literally, the fact that one of my main comments was Andre Rublev.
Andre Rublev. That's my next Tarkovsky pick, but it's not streaming yet, so we gotta wait a
But
bit.
my whole point is, Matt, you must succeed where I have failed. I have tried twice, and I've been unsuccessful to repeat the phenomenon that was Stalker.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Say what?
I've seen The Sacrifice already, so I know.
Just any other movie.
No, it's going to be a banger. I know you're going to be like, this is like top two. I think it's going to be under Stalker. It's not as good as
I'm
Stalker.
ready. You have no idea how pissed I am that the two I've chosen were just not it. I'm like, I know this man has made other masterpieces like that. I know he has. I just haven't picked one yet.
Andre Rublev.
Straight out of Sacrifice. And I was like, I wonder, I don't know, I didn't look up the years, but I don't know if he was using this like a template, like, okay, I figure out how to do this, now I'm gonna, because I swear to God, that shot of her levitating over the bed, they have a similar shot in Sacrifice.
It's funny you should say that, because I read the whole reason he did Stalker was because he wasn't happy with how Solaris turned out. He didn't think Solaris was like, it didn't turn out the way he wanted. He was trying to make a sci-fi movie, but he didn't feel like he did it well, so he did Stalker to be like, okay, this is my actual, like, me doing a great sci-fi movie. So maybe you're onto something, Matt. Maybe he made that one as a way to, like, kind of make up for this one. I don't know. But
I mean, it's a whole different vibe, but there is two scenes that are almost verbatim, which is the levitating and then the house burning. And I'm like, I was literally watching this, I was like, this reminds me of Sacrifice a little bit, but in the sense like maybe this came before it. And this is almost like a tee up for that. And because yeah, I agree. It literally.
I did think.
I'm glad I'm not, because I was waiting. I was kind of low key worried you guys were going to be both like, I got this shit. Like I know what this is about.
I had a pretty good feeling when I was watching this that we were all gonna be in agreement that this was a confusing mess. But
It was really cool to see him use Spanish people and Asian people in this though as well, because the other two are just strictly Russian.
the Spanish didn't have any subtitles. Was
Yeah.
it just me?
No,
I
it
couldn't
didn't.
understand what
Did
the
you watch it
fuck
on
the
Plex?
Spanish guy was saying.
We all
No
okay.
habla español.
Can we all agree, by the way, you guys both picked a movie that was on Plex after we had explicitly said that we hated Plex.
I legitimately didn't know it was on Plex until this morning.
Space is the Place is on HBO. Why did you watch it on Plex?
Did it?
It is on HBO.
Oh, okay, I watched it on Plex.
Yeah, Space is the Place is on HBO. Yeah.
Are we?
I think Space is.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew knows.
Fuck.
I don't know anything.
You know.
I don't know anything.
No, I'm literally, dude.
You know that a movie is really boring when the ads actually excite me because I can actually think and not have to like try to focus and be like locked into this fucking movie. And I was thankful every time I got a fucking set of ads because they were 140 seconds and I was like, okay, I can actually breathe and I can think and I can look around my room and try to like not.
Andrew noticed.
Just like as a side note, as a completely like third entity or whatever, like I'm just like, oh, I love how Plex is like, oh, hey, how are you liking this scene? Go fuck yourself.
He literally in one fucking sitting figured that out too. And we're just like, yeah. Because anytime we both would be sitting there watching either movie, like Space the Place or Mirror, we'd be like Loki into a scene, both of us, and then
Cut to an ad.
Yeah.
and then we'd start talking again, and then the movie would start, and we'd be like, fuck.
And then we'd be out of it. Yep.
At least it's not on Pluto TV where you get the Eric McCormick battered animal commercials every 5 seconds.
Shout out Eric McCormick. He is my will. He is my grace. He is everything I need in life.
But he is not my free enterprise.
We got a lot of cannabis commercials here, especially for Florida. I was surprised.
I've been getting some edible commercials.
About in Florida being regulated and shit.
1 second.
Oh, Canada.
No, cannabis.
But I guess we'll go ahead and close this one out. Not much to say about Mirror that we haven't already said. I apologize for inflicting this on all of us. I'm trying to, like you said, Matt, I'm trying to hit a certain thing here. I just haven't hit it yet. I'd like to think I will by the end of the season.
I think me and Sam would agree. Keep shooting. I'm not mad that I watched this. I'm not like, fuck, I watched this.
I'm not shooting blanks. Joel Edgerton may be, though.
You can't be shooting blanks at a target that doesn't exist.
Are you saying that Jennifer Garner's womb doesn't exist?
If
that box sure do.
And you're shooting blanks,
what
are you doing?
She's in the void.
At that point, you're just jerking off.
He's got those train dreams, okay? That's what he's thinking about. He's got those train dreams.
You're saying that he wants to see a train run on her?
Thank you. Yes, that's what I was trying to get you to say.
No, that's Felicity Jones in Brutalist, okay? And it's Guy Pearce.
Excuse you, that's Adrian Brody.
Oh, fair, yeah. Fair. Sorry, Andrew, another spoiler. Adrian Brody gets a train ran on him.
By Guy Pearce.
Yeah.
Oh, does he ever. But yes, thank you all for joining us on this quite eclectic episode of 3 for 3 that I think will go down in history as one of our best because of our special guest here today, who I think brought the energy up so much, and just I'm personally just happy to see you again after so long. So I'm in a good mood just being here because you're here. So
the feeling could not be more mutual, my friend.
I just hopefully we'll get to see each other in person at some point in the future. If I'm ever in Florida. But
I would not suggest it.
I wouldn't either.
I would not either.
If you're in North Carolina, ever.
Now, I would suggest the stretch between Delray and Miami Beach. The rest, no.
Just don't go to Florida on a Monday.
Ever.
If you want to literally do anything.
If you want to go get a beer and some food, Monday could not be the worst. It's the worst choice you could make.
Every restaurant told us to go fuck ourselves.
It's Florida. They stood their ground.
But still.
They saw two guys walking in and they were like, y'all.
I know what the F stands for, and it's 6 letters. Get out.
They pulled a Feech Lamana. Get the fuck out of my store!
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. Remember to like, vote in the polls, subscribe, comment, do all that good shit, and let us know what your favorite movie was this week. We will be back next week with our Christmas special. Then we will be back with our New Year's special. And then, once those are done, we will be paying tribute to a recently departed man who we all love. But for now, thank you all for joining us on yet another 3 for 3. We'll see you next time, everybody. Peace!